or a robot. That's the reason why they're putting nanobot technology inside of you. They're filling you with lead, they're filling you with mercury, and they're filling you with aluminum, because it's literally changing the functionality and the biochemical makeup of your genes and turning you into a cyborg. So now we're humans mixed with robots. You can look this stuff up. And they do this through, putting things in your bloodstream. They do it through putting certain minerals and stuff in your cereals, putting certain mercury and stuff through your milks. They do it through basically fortifying your foods, which you allowed them to do that. We signed off on that in the 1960s for them to start fortifying our food because we was losing vital minerals. And then through this fortification, notice what's in it: mercury, metal, lead, and nanobot technology. So now we need something to communicate. So now if you have a thought, you can literally be thinking about a bicycle and don't mention it, and you can open your phone up on Facebook, and what's the first suggestion you will see? A bicycle ad. And you wondering, I didn't talk about this, I thought it, why is it in my phone? Because these things are reading the brain waves and pattern. Your brain waves is a sequence. It's like a sequel. It's a mathematical equation. If you build some type of software to read that mathematical equation, then you can translate it into the exact image or English that you need it to be, and I can tell you what you was thinking. CIA been doing this on people for the longest.
The colloidal gold.
Wow.
Pretty cool.
Wow.
So the really, really awesome thing about this is exposure at a distance. So the colloidal gold didn't actually come into contact with the sample.
You serious? Why would, okay, I have a question. Why would colloidal gold be working like this? I obviously know very little about it. Why would it be working this effectively?
I don't know the answers to that question. I know that colloidal gold carries an electric charge. We make it with the process of electrolysis. It can be made in the home.
The idea of nanobots sounds futuristic, but the real story is more nuanced. Concepts like nanorobotics are already being explored in controlled environments, mainly for medicine, materials, and research. At that scale, the biggest challenges are power, control, and communication, not intelligence or autonomy. Turning them into free-moving surveillance systems isn't something that exists in practice today, but the direction is clear. As systems get smaller and smarter, the boundary between physical technology and digital intelligence continues to shrink.
So what they've done is, through the injection, they put nanobots in the form of graphene oxide and hydrogel into your bodies, and you literally, as these interface with the brain cells, this causes you to become a receptor, a receiver, and a transmitter of signals. And these can be picked up externally, and externally you can be manipulated. And this is what DARPA has done, the Defense Advanced Research Project Agency of the Defense Department. They're working on mind control of soldiers by implanting them with graphene oxide. This is well documented in the scientific journals, and there's companies that like in-brain neuroelectronics, which uses graphene oxide to interface with the brain to create a receptor and a transmitter to be able to control people's behavior. That's where we're going. That's transhumanism.
They have now actually created a term.
So what have I been saying this entire time? Data centers are going to kill us all. Guess what's happening in my state of Indiana? The building of a data center
cut the power to tornado sirens
ahead of a severe thunderstorm. It's being described as cartoonishly evil, which in my opinion is an understatement. This is fucking murderous. Like, are they really saying that it's more important to have data centers than having adequate warnings ahead of a severe thunderstorm, making sure that people can get to safety? Data centers are worth more than people's lives.
People keep getting mad at me because I'm telling people to be careful when they go to Gary. Not only did they shoot at the NIPSCO car, but you also have a demon-possessed man throwing feces at people. I want you to listen to this video. Please forgive me for the language. I couldn't edit it out.
5, no power. They said it's a nigga on Grand Street at night throwing shit at cars. And by shit, I mean doo-doo, boo-boo, dookie, dookie-schmooker. And then they said that niggas is retaliating. They taking their own shit. They throwing it back at him. I don't understand the method of delivery on that one. If they're shitting on the spot, throwing it. If they shitting at the crib and driving up there, throwing it. If they finding some shit, throwing it. I don't know. Either way, we done lost the plot. Anyways, I'm helping my...
That's his page on TikTok if you want to see the rest of the video. So many people from Gary, Indiana are speaking out against this. My wife and I used to live in Gary, in Miller Beach, and what used to be the Lakeshore Dunes. One of my good friends, who was a pizza delivery driver, he was unalived in Gary delivering pizza a few years ago. So for the people that say this stuff doesn't happen, nobody would do this, you're delusional. For the people that's calling it out, keep calling it out. This is that same mindset that will see an uncle or somebody molest somebody in the family and say, be quiet about it, it's family business. Real demonic mindset. And this just shows the darkness that's undergoing right now. Everybody's struggling during this time. Our power went out. We had to get rid of everything in our fridge and freezer. Like literally everything. Everybody's struggling. Some people a little more than others. Some a little less than others. Nevertheless, everybody is struggling during this time in the Northwest Indiana area, in the Chicagoland area. The Chicago area, some parts were without power too. And if you don't know what Chicagoland is, it's Northwest Indiana. You get Chicago benefits without the Chicago taxes. Still get all the Bears games, Sox games, Cubs games, all of that. Downtown's like 45 minutes away. That was just for those of you that don't know. And again, I want to be clear, not everybody in Gary is like this. There are some amazing people in Gary, loving people, kind people. Again, we used to live over there, but there are others that's doing stuff like this and blasting at the NIPSCO worker, which caused NIPSCO to have to pause their working in Gary for a time period, which then affected other people. And I really saw somebody in the comments say, y'all really worried about getting shot? Y'all need to keep working. Well, duh. Nobody's trying to go to eternity before they have to. And I hope that, people know the Lord Jesus because he's our access into heaven. Father, in the name of Jesus, I pray for every individual. I pray for those in the Northwest Indiana area, Valparaiso, St. John, Portage, Indiana, Gary, Miller, Maryville, Cherryville, Chesterton. I think I said St. John already. All these areas, Hobart, Lake Station, all these areas in the name of Jesus, Father, that even though times are hard, that you will still give grace to overcome these times. And the people that don't believe in you, Father, I pray during this time that you plant seeds so that they do believe in you by the end of their life. We pray for the NIPSCO workers and their families that you give them strength, Lord, and encouragement during this hard time and keep them safe because the NIPSCO workers, the hard hats, the linemen, the ones that's on the ground, boots on the ground, they're doing all they can, God, and you know this, and the sacrifices they're making. And I pray that you give their families strength in Jesus' name as well to endure, persevere, and get through. In Jesus' name, amen.
It's like a horror movie out here. We've got helicopters everywhere. The roads are parking lots. It's like we're all trying to exit town and there's no gas, no power, nowhere to go. We're stuck. The car is officially off, no gas. It's hot. We've got all the doors open. And Admir's annoyed, so I'm gonna stop updating you guys. He wants me to sit here in hot silence and just burn up and do nothing. It's literally nuts. Okay, so we were able to get an Uber and we are just going to abandon our car and get home and figure it out later.
So this is absolutely outrageous. After a catastrophic storm, NIPSCO is hanging notices on people's homes telling them that residents damaged electrical equipment on their own homes is their responsibility and that they must hire an electrician before power can be restored. Yes, homeowners may technically own the weatherhead, riser, and meter box, but ownership is not the same thing as responsibility for causing the damage. If trees and vegetation from utility easements that should have been properly maintained this entire time came down, took NIPSCO's lines with them, and those lines ripped electrical equipment from people's homes, then residents deserve answers before they simply just hand their money over to NIPSCO, more money. Meanwhile, customers are being charged roughly $150 a month in delivery fees specifically meant to maintain this infrastructure, and if reports are accurate, NIPSCO has generated over $1 billion in profit in the last quarter alone. With that level of revenue, basic maintenance and storm preparedness should not be failing the very communities paying for that system. Families have already lost food, wages, and days without electricity. Many are spending $1,000, $1,200, and even $1,500 on generators. Now some are being told that they may have to spend hundreds or even thousands of dollars repairing electrical service before NIPSCO will actually reconnect it. Document everything, folks. Take pictures of the damaged equipment, fallen trees, utility lines, easements, and vegetation before anything is removed or repaired. Keep this orange notice that they're handing to us. Keep every receipt and every electrician's invoice. Gary residents should not simply accept financial responsibility for damage that may have resulted from someone else's failure to properly maintain the utility infrastructure and easements. We need to determine what caused this damage, who had responsibility for preventing it, and who should actually have to pay for it. We all have seen for years now all of these NIPSCO lines, all of this infrastructure completely covered in vegetation. It is ridiculous. It is Indiana code that they are supposed to maintain this, and this overgrown vegetation is the very thing that fell on these lines and ripped these lines out of your home. Folks, please document everything. Thank you so much for listening.
The fact that we still see that Gary, Indiana doesn't have any power. After this whole long time, 100,000 people without power, and people on TikTok saying it's been like 7 days without power. Their power should be free for a month or two. When the power come back out on, y'all shouldn't be paying for it at all. Everybody should be going down to their nearest city mayor and the power company and telling them that that is ridiculous. Y'all should be tearing the place up. And the fact that y'all can't even tell that they're prepping all of us for the same outage. This is a test. This is your standardized test of the government trying to see how long we can go without power before we fuck shit up. So get ready for a lot more of these. They did it with Texas when it got cold, after they made it cold with HARP. And now they testing it on Gary, Indiana, since it's small, and trying to see how long they can go without power. So if don't nobody got no power, where the money going? And where the power going? Man, it's about to be a long, long road for what's to come.
We're going to be all right. It's literally going to be fine. I'm Aja. This is Carter. And we are still in the motherfucking dark. It's been 8 days, no power. But we have a very notable birthday on the charts. Everybody tell Carter happy birthday. Able to get him a happy birthday bone, courtesy of all of Carter's fans. Also got him a rope. As you may not know, last night got really crazy. There were a lot of pew-pew shots right outside of my motherfucking door. We actually just heard some coming in. So guess what we did? We went to Bass Pro Shop and got some. Just in case you didn't know, it is motherfucking pitch black dark still in this motherfucking house. Everywhere, actually. You don't even street a street light, do you? Tonight, it's me and the kiddos. So we literally spent all day charging our devices, and we will be actually singing happy birthday to Carter, giving him his special bone that was gifted to him. We will be watching whatever movies are left on my laptop. I'll be using that as a power bank, and no update on where the fuck we are at with power because our governor don't care about the little blue spot in this big red state.
This is an urgent warning for anybody living in Gary, Indiana. I know right now you're without power. There's a lot of people desperate. But there's people dressed in all black going around door to door, saying they are from the electric company, saying they are there to help you. I would advise you to think twice before opening the door for anybody during this time. This is a warning that not only was by local police, it's been put out by people. There are people that have experienced. Y'all, be safe. And anybody in the world that sees this, feel free to comment and chime in. I know that it's a sensitive topic because somebody did try to assault with a pew-pew the lineman. And I know that sounds insane the way I gotta say that, but I've gotta keep strikes off my record here. Pray for the people of Gary, Indiana, and be safe. Have a good one.
Good morning, America. So Gary, Indiana, all of Northwest Indiana, is now on day 7, no power. Of course, by 7 days of no power, it's only so much gas you could put into a generator within 7 days. Especially when you have not gone to work in 7 days. You have not made any money in 7 days. You have only been in survival mode for 7 days. And then let me just address all these people up in my comments. So yes, I am advocating for Gary, Indiana. Yes, most of the surrounding areas in that area are without power. But there's also that most of the surrounding areas, most of all of y'all have the resources. Y'all have the pensions, y'all have the checks, y'all have the jobs, y'all have the stores, y'all have the shelters, y'all have everything that y'all fucking need for a disaster. Y'all even already got the notices about y'all disaster relief for y'all cities. And what does Gary, Indiana have? We come to y'all stores, y'all tell us get out. We ask y'all for help, y'all tell us help ourselves. Y'all want to keep on talking about how the NIPSCO truck was injured in Gary, but y'all don't talk about the rest of the stuff that's going on. Y'all didn't see that them little kids of another color breaking in people's houses? Like, it's just blowing my mind. It's not even blowing my mind, but it is blowing my mind. Like, y'all just blatantly put this shit up in our faces like, fuck y'all, we don't care. And I'm just saying this purely off of what, like, look at my comments, y'all. These are the people that work in Hammond and Portage and Dyer. These are the teachers. These are the grocery store workers. These are our train workers, our motherfucking importers of our food, saying this stuff about us, y'all. They are literally upping the prices on everything, from the gas station people to the motherfucking generators. Like, yes, supply and demand, but it like, y'all literally talk down on us on how much we don't have. And then y'all don't help us and tell us to help ourselves. In Gary, we literally gathering at churches, in our own communities. People are buying generators for a whole complex to share. And in the surrounding areas, y'all are in y'all homes with single generators for your whole family. Y'all are more worried about the Wi-Fi for y'all kids and turning on with y'all generators than helping us. Y'all cities have dropped showers. Y'all done dropped, like, all types of stuff. Like, and they talk about a fucking community. This shit is crazy.
In case you've been living under a rock, here's what you need to know. In Northwest Indiana, in the Chicagoland area, there was something called a derecho storm. D-E-R-E-C-H-O. A derecho storm, I want you to visualize in your mind a football field. And from one end zone to the other, it has to be at least 400 miles long.
What?
Then from side to side, it has to be at least 60 miles wide.
Oh my God.
And this whole football field must move in a straight line for a minimum of 58 to 100 plus miles an hour. That's what came through Northwest Indiana. There are trees uprooted all over the place. It's damaged. It's over 300,000 people without power. I'm one of them. 300,000 people without power. People are scrambling for food, for gas. It's chaotic. So this is what I need you to do. If you live in this area in the Northwest Indiana, Chicagoland area, I want you to put resources in the comments. Resources. I'm talking about where can people go to get power? Where can they go to get gas? Where can they go to get assistance? Because we all we got at the end of the day. This is a resource post. Put in the comments where you know people can go if they live in Gary, if they live in Munster, if they live in Maryville, if they live in Portage, if they live in Crown Point. Where can they go to get gas today? Because 60% of NIPSCO, which is the utility company in Northwest Indiana, 60% of all of their customers currently have no power. So again, if you want to help, or you got resources, or you know where somebody can go, or how you can be of assistance during this time for all of the families that's out there struggling, you got school finna start back. Look, if you even want to help me out, look, I ain't too proud. If you want to help me out, this what you can do. You can text the words, what's your Cash App? Text, what's your Cash App, to 219-299-49. And I ain't gonna say don't argue with your mama and fight these facts on this one. I'm gonna say, help a brother out.
I have to say something, because what's happening right now in Northwest Indiana is so diabolical. Northwest Indiana has been without power for 7 days. If you don't know how Northwest Indiana works, they only have one power company. It's called NIPSCO. NIPSCO moves however the fuck NIPSCO wants to move. There are 3 cities that are in Northwest Indiana that are predominantly black and Latino, and the way that they are doing this, people, is it's so wrong. They put up this list and timeline of when they're going to have power restored for all of these white cities. But there's no Hammond, there's no East Chicago, there's no Gary, Indiana, which is predominantly a black city. Now, all of these neighborhoods have been without power for 7 days. I'm from this area and they are being robbed. There are people that are trying to break into other people's house to steal their generators. They don't have any food. They don't have any AC. And right now, across this country, we are facing a heat dome. There are elderly black Americans who are struggling. And the rich white cities, yeah, they're all coming together and helping each other out, but they're leaving Gary, Hammond, and East Chicago to fend for themselves. And it's fucking wrong. Especially because these are the communities that voted against the Republicans in that state, who are leaving them high and dry. And that's probably why they're not getting any help.
My name's Aja, and I'm in a blackout, one of the worst ever for Indiana, and we're going on about a motherfucking week. So come get ready with me as I go in my house, load my fucking pew-pew, because people are robbing people for generators, and put new batteries in my flashlight as we navigate the fucking apocalypse. This is my dog Carter, by the way. As you can see, little and not able to bite a fucking thing. All right, for starters, we got the Walmart special. I went and bought 3 lanterns that all take batteries, and they come with batteries. So I don't have to buy any more, but I do have extra because I don't trust myself with candles, and it is pitch black dark. How dark, one might ask? Well, let me show you. This is how dark it is. And I'm in my car. Notable haul number 2. I have a battery set that I've already opened because I'm terrified to go in my house. But unfortunately, this is what we have to do because I no longer can afford to keep staying in hotels. And I also have no signal, so that's great. Now, before I go outside of my car to make sure my fucking doors are locked, because again, people are breaking into cars, houses, and stealing whatever they can get their fucking hands on, I'm going to make sure I have batteries in my flashlight. Now, one thing that I want to make abundantly clear... Yeah, I need to hurry up. One thing I want to make abundantly clear is the longer you stay your monkey ass in the car, the more chance you have of somebody running up and pistol whipping you. So you gotta hurry the fuck up. Oh my god, I didn't put the batteries in, right? We've got action. So my next step is going to be grab everything I can, get in the fucking house, and then get the batteries in my lantern using, why is this flashing? Using just this and my little one here, and then I'm gonna call y'all back.
Gary, Indiana has no power. Like, no power, and apparently it's been a week since they've had power. That's so serious, and it's not on the news. Like, it's not on nothing. I'm just confused, and they keep saying that, like, they're making all these videos saying we don't got no power, we ain't got no power. They're outside cooking on the grill. Like, first of all, it's actually very beautiful to see how everybody's like coping with not having power. I see somebody cooking spaghetti and fish on their grill. Like, mad people are being resourceful. It's actually very beautiful to see. Like, you cannot stop our people. But they ain't got no power, y'all. However we can come together to get Gary power back, we need to do that, y'all. Don't shut them out. Like, that's not cool. They have no power.
A black man was found hung in Raleigh, North Carolina yesterday, August the 15th, Saturday. He was near a Caribbean festival that was happening. Police are investigating it as a suicide and probably going to rule it as a suicide. That's very quick to come to that judgment, you know, considering how they take their time when it comes to investigations. But this, they're already ready to deem it a suicide. And this brings me to a larger point. There was a young black trucker who posted this video on TikTok. And it was 3:00 in the morning. He's a night driver. And he was talking about how two white men in this truck and trailer, like one of the men waved him down and was like, "Hey, my brother is stuck in the bathroom. Can you help me get him out?" But he wanted him to come to this side of the truck where it's darker, no one can see. And if there are any cameras there, he wouldn't be visible. So this young black man was like, no. And shortly after he said no, while he was recording this, the other man came out of the bathroom. Now, I thought your brother was stuck in that bathroom. How is he all of a sudden not stuck? And then they eventually pull off, and the young black man articulates that, you know, he feels that the guy was trying to get him behind that truck so that he could overtake him in some way, maybe with a gun, and that they would hang him. Because if I'm not mistaken, this took place in Mississippi, and this was this week. Which brings me to my larger point. If you go on any social media app and type Black people helping, you're going to see scores of videos of Black people helping people of other races, or people of other races talking about how they were helped by a Black person or were shown an immense amount of kindness. And these videos are made because white supremacists have done an effective job at running a smear campaign against the entire Black community for hundreds of years, saying we're violent and disparaging us and to beware of us. And we steal and we kill and everything, right? The meanest Black person you know will help you out. They're going to cuss you out, beginning, middle, and end, but they're still going to help you. And there's been all this discourse about, oh, know your friend group, and as you should, you know, and be aware of your surroundings. I don't think that's it. You know, because Black people, like, all of these hangings are happening in areas where it's predominantly Black people. The young lady that was hung in Miami right before a Juneteenth festival, it was in a Black area. Now, seeing a white person in a Black area, it's like, what you doing here? Seeing a Black person helping a white person in a Black area, no one would blink at it because we know us. We know we would help. But that's what's happening. They're not snatching us out of these Black areas. They're luring us. They're using our kindness against us, as they have told the whole world that we are not. They know that we inherently are, and they're using that as a way to lure us and hang us. That's what I believe the play is. Be vigilant and be aware.
I don't know what to do. There's no way I can help every single one of those people in there. There's over 2,000 people. Just recently, they had like 67 people come in. They had to make room. They're transferring people around so that these people can't even fucking see their families and friends. They're purposely trying to break them down. There's so many people in there whose mental health is deteriorating so fast because they don't have anyone coming to visit them. And then they purposely move them around to different states so that they cannot have anyone visit them. And it's just impossible that we can affect and help every single one of these people. I don't know what to do because every second I'm there, all I want to do is just fucking dismantle that building. It makes me so fucking mad being there. And at the same time, I'm trying to keep it together for all these people because they're trying to keep it together in there. And I don't want to break down when they're trying to keep it together, when they're trying to be strong because they have nowhere else to go. One people, 3 people, 10 people, it's not enough. We need more people. And I get it, it's 2 hours away, it's a lot of time. Meeting with them takes an hour. They purposely waste your time. I got there by 8 o'clock, hoping to get there in at 8 o'clock. I didn't even get in till almost 9:30. They waste your time on purpose to demoralize you from coming. And it's so fucking obvious that the whole thing is just a fucking money trap for Trump and his fucking evil ass fucking friends to make money off of human lives and suffering. And the majority of people in there didn't do a single wrong. There is a whole building full of people with no fucking criminal record because they didn't do anything wrong. I need help. Those people need your help, and I can't do this. We can't do this on our own. Please. Please.
Okay, baby. Let's talk about the gateway process. Have you ever heard of that? Of course you haven't. Because it was kept hidden in the CIA for years. Now, under the Free Information Act, the CIA has to release certain documents after so many years, okay? So this study, you ready for when it was done? June 9th, 1983. They didn't release it until 2003. You want to know what they knew under the gateway process? This document proves that you are God. It proves the power of consciousness through meditation. It proves without a shadow of a doubt that you have the ability to heal your body. When did I say this came out? This study was done. The final report was done June 9th, 1983. You want to know how many medications then came out since then? And your government, the CIA, knows through meditation you can cure brain tumors. Did I say that? Yeah. Read the report. Brain tumors shrink. All you have to do in meditation is focus on the tumor and visualize it being gone. You can lower your blood pressure through meditation. My channel is not for people that want a 3-minute quick understanding of something. My channel is for smart people. People that want to know. I don't make short videos. I try to give you everything because it is important in this next 20 years that you know this. I want you to print out this study and read it. It's 30 pages. Read it. Read it. Read every bit of it. If you don't know when they're talking about the synchronization of the both hemispheres, look it up. Make this document right here. Make this document a study habit for you. Because every single thing that I have been telling you about meditation, the power of your mind, your government knew this in 1983. And it's going to tell you some of the experiments that they have done. How people in this study could actually see in other people's houses. They could sit in meditation and they would teach them through meditation how to turn their brain into a laser. So please understand, melanated dominant people, okay? When your government is studying meditation, how to heal the body, how to forego age, okay? There is a secret. This is CIA. Power locked in you that you do not tap into. Meditation is not a joke. It is not something that, oh, well, I just do it because I need the stress. No, the general practice, the real practice of meditation, when you are able to leave your body. It talks about this. It talks about leaving out your body. It talks about going into other dimensions. It talks about how if you could shut down the left side of your brain and send signals to the right side, that your right side of the brain would create in this physical reality whatever you could get your right brain to receive. It talked about the hemisphere of the brain synchronizing all together. And I'm going to tell you, and I promise you, I'm going to tell you the truth. I was studying because I meditate a lot. Sometimes I am in meditation 8 hours. It doesn't seem like 8 hours. Sometimes I come out of meditation and I can't not believe that I have been in meditation for 8 hours. But I have a severe practice of meditation. It's my life. I started seeing how they were studying the brains of people that meditate. And I told the great mother, I was like, I would like to have an EKG done. And she told me not to. Because there is something in here that's called a synchronization of the brain. It's when the brain works as one. It all parts of the brain is firing off, right? Creating new cells, activating and repairing your DNA. Okay. They can only find somebody that can hold that synchronization 15 minutes. That's why she told me not to. I'm going to tell you, if they are able to accomplish this, and they are a 6, gene, a DNA series, and the African is a 9, they haven't studied what our brain can do. They're only studying what their brain can do. So they don't know, just like with the DNA and all the other late tests when they come to West Africans or Africans in general, they haven't studied that. But I promise you, if you commit to meditation, read the study, because you need to see it in black and white. People are telling you things, but you don't really know if meditation is for you. Those that do not go within, go without. When I tell you, this study is going to show you what they were able to accomplish with a 6 series DNA. We are a 9. I'm going to give you an example. Nikola Tesla, one of my favorite humans. Okay? If he was ever human. I question if he was human. Nikola Tesla said, if you want to understand the universe, you need to understand 3, 6, 9. You want me to give it to you? I'm going to give it to you. We are in a 3-dimensional world. The rest of humanity is a 6. And the melanated dominant African. So all y'all that came, you're saying y'all Native American, this don't apply to you. The West African is a 9 series DNA. Did you just get your 369 to understand the universe? Babies, if you don't ever read anything else, print this out and read it. I'm going to put the name of it in the description, and I want you all to go read it. And I want you to talk to me about what you have experienced through meditation, what you can talk about. Because this is telling you, this document right here, this is 6 series DNA, baby. And this is what they were able to accomplish. I'm telling you, it's things that I've seen in meditation and things that have happened to me. I will never be able to share it with people. I never will. Things that I have seen, places I've gone, I will never be able to share with people. But I promise you, meditation can change your whole reality. And I'm not talking about changing it where you just a positive person. I'm talking about changing your reality where wealth and abundance fall out the sky. Literally. I promise you, I hope you stay to the end, and I hope that you take this seriously and read this. You babies have a good day. And remember, you are divinity. Those of us that are divinity. Have a good day.
Let's watch this video.
Can we detox from COVID jabs, and if yes, how?
Dear Truth Seeker, yes, your body is more powerful than you've been told. While the COVID injections introduced synthetic elements, foreign mRNA, and potentially nanotech into the bloodstream, nature gave you the tools to cleanse, repair, and reclaim your inner terrain. Detoxing from the jab isn't just possible, it's necessary for many who felt the aftershocks in their immune system, energy levels, or even spirit. Let's pull the curtain back. What are we detoxing? From mRNA shots you're potentially dealing with, modified RNA fragments which may persist longer than claimed, spike proteins which are inflammatory and can damage tissues, lipid nanoparticles used to deliver the mRNA into cells, they bypass your natural immune defenses, graphene oxide or metallic contaminants documented in some independent lab studies, possible nanostructures linked to patents involving biosensors or remote interaction. Each of these impacts your nervous system, liver, blood, and detox pathways in unique ways. Step-by-step detox strategy. 1. Blocks spike protein damage. NAC etylcysteine supports glutathione production and breaks down spike protein. Quercetin and zinc work synergistically to inhibit viral entry and protect cells. Ivermectin, where accessible, reported by some doctors to bind spike proteins and aid clearance. 2. Repair DNA and cellular integrity. Shilajit plus fulvic acid binds to heavy metals, enhances mitochondrial function. Magnesium plus B complex rebuilds damaged nerve and DNA repair pathways. 3. Flush lipid nanoparticles and graphene. Zeolite or bentonite clay binds to toxins, especially metals and nano-elements. Activated charcoal absorbs biotoxins and synthetic byproducts. 4. Lymph and blood purification. Infrared sauna or hot baths with baking soda plus magnesium mobilize and flush toxins. Castor oil packs over liver stimulates drainage and regeneration. Dry brushing and rebounding activate lymphatic flow. 5. Spiritual and energetic detox. Grounding, walk barefoot on earth recalibrates electrical charge. Sunlight restores mitochondrial light codes. Prayer, intention, and energy work. Remember, intention reprograms biology. This wasn't just a shot, it was a frequency shift, an attempt to edit not only biology, but human sovereignty. But your DNA is ancient, your spirit is stronger than nanotech, and no matter what they inject, your soul cannot be coded, cloned, or corrupted without your permission. The body remembers how to heal, a mind remembers how to fight, and the soul, it's already waking up.
The COVID vaccine, actually now it's very disturbing. There's actually over 100 studies now that indicate there's 17 distinct mechanisms that the mRNA injections may induce cancer. In fact, 2 population studies just came out in the past year or so. 8.7 million people combined. They found the COVID shots increase your risk of 7 major cancers: bladder, breast, thyroid, colorectal, gastric cancer. All of these cancers were up. They compared vaccinated to unvaccinated. And so we're seeing these cancers. We see CDC data, over 100,000 excess cancer deaths in the United States since 2021, since the vaccines rolled out. So it's a very concerning situation.
Warning news in today's sci-fi episode. Yeah, we're cooked. The food is poisoned. They're putting nanotech in it. In all of it. Fruits, vegetables included. They're also going for the seeds. Like I said, nothing is safe. Nothing. And this is just the beginning. Not only is the food being poisoned, but all of your drinking water is being taken by AI. And not only is it being taken by AI, but you're actually being turned into AI with this nanotech that they're putting into your food. Okay? Literally, they're able to control you remotely with an Xbox controller. With an Xbox controller. If this doesn't make your skin crawl and get your blood boiling, then I don't know what will. But I want to cut to an interesting clip of them showing exactly what it is that they've been able to develop.
Researchers demonstrated a liquid robot called PB, or Particle Armored Liquid Robot. It can change shape, grab things, fall from small heights, divide and merge, all without collapsing or leaking. The team tested it on a little mission, where it collected a dangerous material, neutralized it, and brought it to safety, as we can see in this video.
Everything in the market may have nanotechnologies within it. Because people didn't want to take it through their system, so they started putting it in the vegetables, lettuce, juices, waters. We don't know what they put it in. But Allah gave Allah knows what He's written.
This is just the tip of the iceberg. The reason why there is this push for AI right now is because a planetary conjunction is here, not near February 28th, 30 minutes after sunset. All 7 planets are going to be aligned, as well as Mercury is going to be in retrograde, as well as we are on the cusp of a freaking solar eclipse. And then you have planet Nibiru and Sirius that are going to be in alignment as well. Yeah, this is what Project Bluebeam is about. Project Looking Glass. You are the thing that they fear. Your time is now, baby. Let's get it. Let's go.
I'm sure y'all heard about the extraterrestrial files that's been released, right? Some of those documents was literally talking about the Greys. And as I always tell y'all, they are real. And as I always show y'all, this is God El, also known as Jacob or Yaqub. It is a Grey that is the leader of the Elohim, the Anunnaki, the Galactic Federation. They are all the same group and led by him, the God they tricked us to trust. And this is why they're trying to prevent all this information from coming out, because people will start to catch on that all the corruption was stemming from other species, quote unquote aliens. You see, when you hear the word AI, it actually means alien invasion, but we use it as artificial intelligence. The thing here is, right, have you ever took the time to wonder where technology came from? You ever wondered how they can make things small, like nanotech? Now, I want you to imagine, they tell you in these documents that the Greys are like 3 or 4 or 5 feet tall. I showed y'all in the NASA Document Award how the way the Greys literally explained us by being too large and slow. Now think about how fast electronics popped up out of nowhere. For instance, these phones. It was rare to have a phone, and in a few years, everyone had one of these bitches because they're weapons. You ever asked, how can they put so many small components into something that's already small? It's because they are small entities out this motherfucker. They are literally working on the nanotechnology. There are different races, just like it's different races of humans. Some are shorter, some are larger. But I just want you to think of someone, just imagine you being 4 inches tall. Would you not be able to make nanotechnology? We can literally see this shit happening right in front of us, because how is that shit possible? There's no way we can make shit that small. Only small beings can do that. And when they call them a Grey, it's not really because they are gray. They are on a spectrum, on a gray spectrum. This is why they don't have emotions on the level that we have. They're kind of like monotone. No emotions, no happiness or sadness. They're just it. They're just here, basically, on the gray spectrum. And as I always tell y'all, they are one of the 3 original beings in heaven. It's the Greys, the Pleiadians, and man, which is a race. The image man will look like me, proportionate. No 5 o'clock shadow. No hairy body. Wide shoulders, small waist. The Pleiadians, the red hair. The freckles, which is melanin. The curls, which is high frequencies. Just like our hair. That's why our hair is curly, because our frequency is higher than everyone else's. And our hair is clearly burnt. Hence why theirs look red. And of course, we have the grays. You see the grays that mix with man. You can literally see them with our own eyes. Their genetics is dominant in this world. Just like man genetics is dominant with our skin color and our hair. Just like the Pleiadians with their skin color and their hair. But the grays genetics is really a big head and a short body. And I told y'all who those were already. And those what we call midgets, dwarfs, whatever you want to call them. But they just have great DNA. That's why their genes are so dominant. But clearly we can see they could be any color because they're mixing with other races. Like I said, things got out of hand, and that's why the whole war in heaven even happened. That started from Jacob, Yaqub, the one on that dollar bill I just showed y'all. Anyways, I hope y'all picked up what I put down. Y'all know how I keep it. Y'all be guys. Hey.